The concert moment that exploded online. One kiss, one devastated-looking face, and millions of people were suddenly convinced they had watched a marriage collapse in real time. During a Chris Brown concert, the singer invited a woman from the audience onto the stage while performing his longtime fan-favorite track, Take You Down. For anyone familiar with Brown's concerts, bringing a fan into the performance was nothing new. It was designed as theatrical entertainment, and the audience knew that the moment would involve dramatic choreography and close interaction. But this particular performance did not remain inside the arena. As Brown performed beside the woman on a brightly colored couch, she unexpectedly leaned toward him and kissed him. The moment lasted only seconds, yet dozens of phones captured it from different angles. Before the concert was even over, videos had already begun spreading across social media. Then came the image that changed everything. A second clip showed a man in the audience wearing a plaid shirt and dark cap. He looked downward, shook his head, and appeared deeply uncomfortable. An editor placed his reaction beside the stage footage and added a caption claiming Chris Brown had kissed a married woman directly in front of her husband. That caption transformed an ordinary celebrity concert clip into a story about betrayal, humiliation, and loyalty. People did not ask whether the two videos were actually connected. They saw the kiss, saw the man's expression, and filled in the missing details themselves. Within hours, the edit became more famous than the performance. Comment sections turned into digital courtrooms. Some viewers blamed the woman. Others criticized Chris Brown. A third group focused entirely on the supposed husband, imagining what he must have felt while thousands of strangers watched. But there was one enormous problem hiding beneath the viral story. Nobody had proven that the man was her husband. Before we uncover how the internet may have been manipulated, tell us where you are watching from. Comment your city or country below. Subscribe for more stories from the world of music and celebrity culture. Press 1 if you believe people should verify a viral video before judging anyone. Or press 2 if you think the moment crossed a line regardless of the context. How 2 clips became one powerful lie. The most convincing online stories are not always completely invented. Sometimes they are built from real footage arranged in a misleading order. The stage video was real. Chris Brown was performing. A female fan had been invited onto the stage. The brief kiss had happened in front of the crowd. The footage of the disappointed-looking man was also apparently real. What remained unclear was whether those two moments had anything to do with each other. That uncertainty did not slow the internet down. A popular social media account shared the combined footage with the dramatic caption claiming the woman was married and that the man shown in the reaction clip was her husband. The post quickly attracted hundreds of thousands of views. Other accounts copied it, shortened it, added music, and presented the claim as confirmed fact. Each repost made the narrative appear more credible. Viewers assumed that so many people could not be repeating the same story unless someone had verified it. In reality, most accounts were repeating one another. The editing did most of the emotional work. First, viewers saw the stage moment. Then the video immediately cut to the silent man looking crushed. The sequence created a cause-and-effect relationship inside the viewer's mind. He looked upset because of what had just happened on stage. That conclusion felt natural, even though the video provided no direct evidence connecting them. This is how modern viral storytelling works. A caption gives the footage meaning. A reaction shot supplies emotion. The audience creates the backstory. Soon, strangers were describing the woman's marriage, the husband's humiliation, and the couple's future as though they personally knew them. Some even predicted a divorce. Others created jokes about the money he had supposedly spent to attend the concert. None of those people knew the woman's name. They did not know the man's identity. They did not know whether the two had ever met. Yet the story had already become emotionally true to millions of viewers. And emotional truth often travels faster than factual truth. The stranger who became a symbol. The man in the reaction clip never spoke, but the internet decided that his expression said everything. He sat among other concert-goers with his eyes lowered and his face almost motionless. In isolation, the footage could have meant anything. He might have been tired. He might have been looking at his phone. He could have been reacting to an entirely different moment taking place somewhere else. Once the clip was placed beside Chris Brown's performance, however, every movement became evidence. His downward glance became heartbreak. His head movement became disbelief. His silence became humiliation. Thousands of viewers studied his posture, as if they were analyzing a confession. Memes appeared almost immediately. Some imagined the thoughts supposedly racing through his mind. Others joked that he had purchased expensive tickets only to witness his wife kiss a celebrity. His face was copied into reaction posts across multiple platforms, turning an unidentified stranger into the unofficial symbol of public betrayal. The conversation stopped being about a concert and became a debate about masculinity, marriage, boundaries, and respect. Some viewers argued that the supposed husband should have left immediately. Others said he should have confronted the situation. Many criticized him for simply sitting there, even though nobody knew what he was actually watching. That was the cruelest part of the viral edit. The man had been given a complete personal tragedy without his participation. His identity did not matter. His real circumstances did not matter. The internet only needed his expression. Once audiences emotionally connected with him, questioning the story started to feel like questioning his pain. That made the narrative harder to challenge. People were no longer protecting facts. They were defending the character they believed they had discovered inside a few seconds of footage. But as investigators and skeptical viewers began examining the clips more carefully, small inconsistencies started appearing. The lighting looked different. The seating arrangement did not seem to match. Even the surrounding audience raised questions. The viral husband might not have been a husband at all. The details that did not match. The first cracks in the story appeared when viewers stopped reacting emotionally and started examining the footage frame by frame. The stage clip showed one concert environment. The reaction shot appeared to show another. The lighting, camera position, crowd arrangement, and visual atmosphere did not line up as naturally as the viral edit suggested. Some users began searching for the original versions of both videos. They wanted to know who recorded them, when they were posted, and whether the timestamps matched. That investigation led to a possibility that completely changed the controversy. The reaction footage may have come from a different event. The man shown looking disappointed was reportedly attending another concert. His reaction had been captured independently and later attached to the Chris Brown footage. There was no confirmed evidence that he knew the woman, attended the same performance, or had any connection to the moment on stage. In other words, the viral story may have been constructed backward. An editor had a dramatic concert clip. They found a reaction shot that fit the emotion they wanted. Then they wrote a caption that connected two strangers. That caption became the bridge between unrelated footage. The discovery should have ended the controversy immediately, but viral stories rarely disappear that easily. By the time corrections began circulating, the original claim had already reached an enormous audience. People had shared it with friends, posted their opinions, and built emotional arguments around it. Some viewers accepted the correction. Others refused. They argued that even if the man was unrelated, the kiss itself still deserved criticism. That response shifted the discussion away from the false husband narrative and allowed the controversy to survive in a new form. This is one reason misinformation is so difficult to defeat. Once one claim collapses, the audience often replaces it with another argument rather than admitting that the original story manipulated them. Chris Brown's stage moment remained real, but the marriage scandal surrounding it was beginning to look like fiction created through editing. And while the internet argued, Brown remained publicly silent. Why Chris Brown's silence made it bigger? When a celebrity becomes the center of a viral controversy, silence can be interpreted in countless ways. Chris Brown did not immediately issue a statement explaining the stage performance or challenging the story about the supposed husband. There was no instant post from his team and no public breakdown of what had occurred. That absence created an empty space, and social media rushed to fill it. Some people treated his silence as proof that the story was accurate. Others assumed his team was preparing a response. A few argued that he had no responsibility to address a rumor created by someone else's editing. Every hour without clarification allowed the narrative to grow. Reaction channels produced videos analyzing Brown's behavior. Commentators debated whether performers should establish stricter boundaries with audience members. Relationship creators used the clip to discuss trust. Music pages presented the controversy as the latest chapter in Brown's long and heavily scrutinized public career. The story expanded far beyond what the footage could support. Brown had become a character inside several different narratives at once. To some viewers, he was a performer caught in an unexpected fan interaction. To others, he was responsible for disrespecting a marriage. A third group believed the entire outrage had been engineered by engagement-driven accounts. The woman on stage faced even harsher judgment. Strangers assigned her a husband, a personality, and a moral history based on a few seconds of video. Because her identity was unclear, she had no effective way to defend herself against millions of assumptions. That imbalance revealed something uncomfortable about viral celebrity culture. The people sharing the clip risked almost nothing. The people shown in it could have their reputations permanently altered. By the time evidence emerged suggesting the reaction clip was unrelated, the damage had already been distributed across thousands of posts. Removing one upload could not remove every copy, screenshot, meme, or commentary video. The internet had created a scandal more powerful than the verified facts behind it. Chris Brown finally enters the conversation. When Chris Brown eventually appeared to acknowledge the viral debate, attention shifted from the stage performance to the editing behind the story. Rather than validating the dramatic marriage narrative, the response surrounding Brown emphasized that the internet had taken separate moments and turned them into something they were not. The supposed husband was not reliably identified as the woman's partner, and the reaction footage had reportedly originated elsewhere. That changed the meaning of everything. The viral caption had made it appear that Brown knowingly participated in humiliating someone's husband. Without that connection, the clip became what it had originally been: a highly theatrical concert moment, followed by an audience member's unexpected action. Brown's defenders argued that he could not have known the woman's private relationship status. They also pointed out that performers cannot control every spontaneous decision made by a fan on stage. Critics responded that artists still have a responsibility to manage boundaries during audience interaction. Even after the husband claim weakened, they believe the performance raised valid questions about how far concert theater should go. The debate therefore divided into two separate issues. The first concerned the performance itself. Was it harmless entertainment between adults participating in a show, or had the moment become inappropriate? The second concerned the misinformation. Was it acceptable for major accounts to connect unrelated videos and present an invented relationship as fact simply because the edit generated attention? On the second question, the evidence was far more troubling. The false context had not been a minor mistake buried in the caption. It was the central reason the video became viral. Without the supposed husband, the footage was merely another celebrity concert moment. With him, it became an emotional scandal, capable of producing outrage, jokes, and millions of views. That meant the misinformation was not accidental decoration, it was the product, the business behind viral outrage. Viral pages compete for attention, and attention rewards the most emotionally powerful version of a story. A simple headline saying that Chris Brown brought a fan on stage might attract music followers. A headline claiming he kissed a married woman in front of her devastated husband reaches a much larger audience. It appeals to celebrity fans, relationship commentators, critics, meme pages, and anyone drawn to public conflict. The second headline is more valuable because it creates heroes and villains instantly. The supposed husband became the victim. The woman became the betrayer. Chris Brown became either the instigator or the celebrity who should have known better. Viewers could choose a side before watching the full clip. That structure was perfect for engagement. People shared the post to express anger. Others reposted it to make jokes. Some defended Brown, while critics attacked him. Every argument increased the reach of the original narrative, regardless of whether the claim was true. The system did not reward caution. It rewarded reaction. Even correction posts benefited from the scandal's popularity. Accounts debunking the edit repeated the original claim in their headlines because that was what attracted viewers. The false story therefore remained visible even while being challenged. This creates a strange online economy where misinformation and fact-checking can feed each other. The first account creates the emotional explosion. The second account explains why it is false. Both receive views. Meanwhile, the people shown in the footage remained trapped inside an algorithmic story they did not write. The woman was judged by strangers who believed she had betrayed a spouse. The man became a meme representing humiliation. Brown faced a controversy based partly on assumptions about two people whose relationship had never been verified. The edit proved that modern celebrity drama does not require a confirmed event. It only requires enough real fragments to create a believable illusion. And once that illusion reaches millions, the correction must fight not only misinformation, but also the audience's desire to believe the more dramatic version. Why people believed it so quickly. The viral clip succeeded because it matched a familiar story people already understood. A famous performer invites a woman onto the stage. She crosses a relationship boundary. Her husband watches helplessly from the crowd. The celebrity continues the show while the marriage falls apart. That storyline is emotionally simple. It requires no background information and delivers an immediate feeling of shock. Viewers know exactly who they are supposed to blame before they even hear the full explanation. The editing also exploited a basic human instinct. When two images appear next to each other, people naturally assume they are connected. Film and television use this technique constantly. A character looks towards something, and the next shot reveals what they are supposedly seeing. The audience accepts the connection, even when the scenes were recorded separately. The viral editor used the same length. First came the kiss, then came the disappointed man. The viewer's brain completed the story. Confirmation bias did the rest. People who already believe celebrity culture encourages disrespect saw proof of that belief. People critical of Chris Brown saw another reason to condemn him. Relationship commentators saw an example supporting their warnings about loyalty and boundaries. Few viewers had an incentive to slow down and question the footage. The emotional reaction felt satisfying enough. Corrections, by comparison, were complicated. They required people to accept that the man might be unrelated. The videos might come from different events, and the caption might have manufactured the entire relationship. A simple lie often defeats a complicated truth because the lie is easier to remember. The controversy also revealed how easily viewers confuse confidence with evidence. The caption did not say the man might be her husband. It stated the claim directly. That certainty made the post appear informed. Even though no source was provided, millions of people were not convinced by proof. They were convinced by editing, repetition, and confidence. What remained after the story fell apart? Even after the supposed husband narrative was challenged, the controversy did not disappear. Some viewers deleted their earlier posts. Others acknowledged that they had reacted too quickly. But many simply moved to a new argument, claiming the context did not matter because they still disapproved of what happened on stage. That response demonstrated how viral outrage protects itself. When the original evidence collapses, the emotional judgment often remains. People become attached to the position they publicly defended. Admitting the story was misleading would also mean admitting that a caption and a carefully placed reaction shot had manipulated them. For Chris Brown, the incident became another example of how every public moment surrounding him can generate enormous scrutiny. His concerts are watched not only by fans inside the arena, but by millions of people waiting to isolate a few seconds and transform them into a separate narrative. For the woman, the consequences were more personal. She had been described as disloyal, married, and responsible for humiliating a man whose connection to her was never confirmed. The internet treated speculation as biography. For the man in the reaction clip, the situation was equally strange. His face traveled around the world as the symbol of a betrayal he may never have witnessed. Strangers imagined his marriage, his pain, and his future without knowing anything about him. The biggest lesson was not about one performer or one concert. It was about context. A real video can still communicate a false story. Footage does not become truthful simply because the camera captured it. The order of the clips, the caption placed above them, and the information deliberately removed can completely change what viewers believe they are seeing. By the end of the controversy, one conclusion appeared difficult to dispute. The internet had judged several people before establishing the most basic facts. But one major question still remained. When misinformation reaches millions while the correction reaches only thousands, can the truth ever completely repair the damage? The real lesson behind the viral scandal. The most important part of this story was never the kiss, the celebrity, or the disappointed face placed beside it. It was the speed at which millions of people accepted an unverified narrative because it felt emotionally complete. The viral edit succeeded through a simple strategy. It combined recognizable footage, a powerful reaction, and a confident caption. Each element appeared believable on its own. Together, they created a story strong enough to survive, even after its central claim began falling apart. That offers a serious lesson for artists, fans, creators, and anyone using social media. For celebrities like Chris Brown, every public interaction can be removed from its original setting and repackaged for a different purpose. Performers may need clearer boundaries, stronger stage protocols, and faster communication when misleading narratives begin spreading. For media pages and content creators, the responsibility is even greater. Views should never be more valuable than the reputations of real people. Adding words such as reportedly or allegedly does not excuse presenting speculation as evidence. Before identifying someone as a spouse, victim, or betrayer, there must be reliable confirmation. For viewers, the strongest defense is patience. Ask where the footage came from. Look for the original upload. Check whether the clips were recorded at the same event. Search for credible confirmation before reposting the claim. A few minutes of verification can prevent weeks of unfair judgment. There is also a human lesson beneath the controversy. The woman on stage, the man in the audience, and everyone else shown in a viral clip are more than characters created for online entertainment. They have private lives, families, and reputations that can be damaged by a story invented through editing. Disagreement is normal. public discussion is normal. But humiliation, harassment, and unverified accusations should never become entertainment. The internet will always reward dramatic stories, but audiences still decide which stories become powerful. Peaceful discussion, responsible reporting, and basic empathy can stop a misleading clip from becoming a weapon against strangers. Now we want to hear your view. Press 1 if you believe the accounts that created the misleading edit should publicly correct the story. Press 2 if you believe viewers also share responsibility for spreading it without checking the fact. Tell us where you are watching from, and explain your opinion respectfully in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like this video, and share it with someone who believes every viral clip should be questioned before it is believed.